Hello? Okay, cool. Now my microphone's working. It was not working before.
Happy birthday!
Ha!
I don't know whose birthday it is, but if it's your birthday, happy birthday!
Hello and welcome, Carencia, welcome, Leku, welcome, Blue, welcome anyone viewing anonymously, and thank you so much for the resub, Leku. Happy to have you around. Thank you for the bit as well, Blue. Yeah, good start.
What's up? Not much. What's up with you? I got peed on today.
Hello, brother. Oh, yes, that happened.
That's how I've been responding to all the how you doings that I've been getting since I got off my shift. I work with animals, if that context helps you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, so the same thing happened yesterday, same dog too, so it was like, he came around behind me, and I saw him go to lift his leg, and I was like, no! I tried to swivel out of the way, but he still got me a little. Yeah, the same dog. Yeah, he's a funny one. Mm-hmm. A little weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He peed on the moon. That's from the Sonic resub or whatever.
Fan dub.
Oh, resub. That's what just okay.
Mm-hmm.
Words.
Yeah.
Principle of recency.
I have a PSA.
You have a PSA?
I do. So I had a whole way I was going to start this, and now I don't remember exactly how I was going to do it.
Remember, kids.
But, yeah, I know I am conscious of the line between giving too much fucking information, on the internet about personal matters. But I want to do this little PSA because, for health reasons, I mean, fucking obviously, I had a colonoscopy yesterday, and I would like you all to know that it is nowhere near as bad as it sounds conceptually. Yeah, I just think, because it's so...
Oh, I should have got you a cake that says congrats on your colonoscopy.
Oh my god, no! I just, because it's, I feel like...
There's stigma around certain health things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they knock you out now. Did they not do that always? Because, yeah, it's, the prep is just annoying more than anything. And then you go, and they knock you out, and then you get up and leave, and, everything's fine.
And you get to have a little appy juice before you go.
They did give me apple juice when I woke up. Nope. Ooh. Did it taste like anything? It was supposed to taste like fruit juice. It smelled really nice. It smelled like really nice fruit juice. But... Oh, lemon. Interesting. No, it was it just tasted like medicinal fruit flavored things, but not as bad as it usually is.
Fruit.
Yeah. So, that was not great. The prep was kind of bad. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was. So I was just thinking, hey, I have a platform. She said, oh, it wasn't pre-flavored. Oh, Reb, I'm so sorry. Yeah, the one that I had, they at least tried.
Mm-hmm.
It was vaguely sweet. You'd be nervous. Yeah, but they just put you out. They just fucking knock you out.
Yeah, they just hit you over the head with a metal pipe. And then you wake up in a carriage and somebody's saying, oh, good, you're finally awake. Bonk!
you know, I'll save you the details. I understand that none of you are here to listen to me describe what my bowel movements look like, but just.
I mean, I'm sure there's an audience for that, but maybe not this audience.
No, I don't think there's any audience for that. I mean, look.
There's an audience for anything.
They just gave me, like, the most looking look. Look, I know, but I personally, no,
and that
it's not happening.
Bernie Sanders. The actual thing was basically fun, yeah.
Basically fun? Now that's a fascinating way to describe it. Like, I'm here to destigmatize, but I don't know if I would go that far. The Skyrim cart. Is that? Yeah. So that's my PSA. That's been my last 2 days. So I had a bit of time off work for that because I was occupied. Yeah. So we both had very exciting life updates from the past few days.
Mm-hmm.
And
what are my exciting life updates?
you got peed on twice.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah.
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 I'm trying to think if there's anything else, really.
My rat takes medication now.
Yeah.
I bought a scale. I spent my lunch break on one of these past days. I went to Walmart and bought a digital scale so that I can weigh my rat.
Because she's a little old lady.
She's a little old lady. A rat scale, yeah. And so I, for health reasons, need to keep an eye on that. Use a food scale. Yeah, that's basically what it is. I thought about there was like an old fashioned like scale, like it was like a big box and it like the metal thing and then the big dial. And it was like $15. It was like on sale. And I was like, I could. Like, it is cheaper than all the digital scales. Mm-hmm. But also, it's so big. And space is at a premium in my apartment. Oh my god, yeah. So I elected for the $20 digital option because it was slim and portable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little dumpy. 622 grams. How?
Oh my god.
What's your baby at?
Like 10.7.
Really?
Yeah.
Baby.
I think that's
not grams though, is it?
I don't remember. Probably not. Maybe? I don't remember. I didn't look at the thing. I just know that because I think I'm trying to remember what she was when the vet weighed her. I don't remember. Yeah, 10.7 was the number, so we want it to go up. She is underweight.
Yeah. Because she was having trouble eating. I was talking about that in the last time that I streamed, which was way too long ago. I'm fucking sorry, y'all.
Chonky boy. Chip has the biggest butt. Round. Little dumpy. How many rats do you have, Blue?
I only photo of the guinea pig is her sitting in a meat scale. Yeah, I'll take a picture. Yeah. Yeah, she's our little baby.
Old lady baby.
Yeah. Who I still call baby.
Yeah.
Because she's baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was having the trouble eating.
5 serotonin potatoes. Nice. Brother, please. Like a snake, just.
Yeah. She's doing better since the last time we talked about her on stream, though.
Panina, yeah.
Yeah. Because last time I talked about her on stream, she was only having the baby food and she was kind of fussing about it. But now she's having the baby food with the cat food, and she's starting to use her teeth again, and with like the seeds and flakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave her some, she has these like cookie treats, and I gave her one of those, and then I checked on, and then overnight, so she had it overnight, and then I checked in the morning, and there was just like, it had been whittled down, and it was laying in like so originally it was like orange, and it had all the like the color had been scraped off, and there were just like little like cookie dust. It was like the remains of the cookie sitting in a pile of cookie dust. So I think she just sat there kind of like scraping it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good for her teeth. It's good.
Yeah.
Butterballs. Sir Marty the 16th Lord Esquire. Nice.
I'm making sure that they smell like Doritos, as they typically do before knowing them. Yeah.
Hey.
That's lots of rats.
Hey, Cam.
What?
You want to play a game? I would like to play a game.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what the wording was, and I was like, my brain was just like completely fuzzing out on me.
Yeah. PhD in P color theory. Nice.
Yeah, let's play a fucking game. Right, and tonight we are going to stream until we finish Pluto.
Or until I pass out.
Until we finish Pluto.
So you'll go on without me, is what you're saying?
I will get you through it. Yeah, that does sound pretty bad. Ooh. Oh, we already have an ooh-woos in the chat. Alright. Let me balance this out.
I had a work dream the other night because, so it was, I was telling my coworker about it because I was like, because there was a thing that happened, and I was supposed to do like a report for it, and the report is supposed to like an incident report, essentially. It was nothing terrible. Everybody is fine, but hydrate and stretch.
Whee.
So yeah, but you know it still has to be reported through the systems or whatever. So and they're supposed to be reported same day, but I forgot, which meant that I would have to do it the next day. So I was kind of stressed a little bit about that. So I think that's what influenced my dream. But I was just like, I was dreaming that one of the dogs was having an issue with his pee, and then I came in and I was like, Loretta doesn't no, I mean coworker, whatever. She doesn't know. I need to tell her. And I'm just like, and I wake up in my bed and I'm like, I don't think that was real. It was like just like vivid enough or like lucid enough that I was like, it felt real, you know? So I was like, I woke up and I was like, that didn't happen, I think. Make me say something. Do you want that said in the ooh-woos? And who do you want to say it?
Yeah.
Oh, I refuse to say that because it says that rats are better than cats, which I disagree with. I like rats and cats.
Together.
Okay, in the ooh-woos. Okay, fine.
Ooh, okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Blue is the spookiest ghost in chat, and rats are better than cats because they are pocket puppies.
Pocket puppies.
Yeah. They are pretty great.
I do enjoy them.
Oh my god, I got to see a dog today that I haven't seen in so long, and she's so floppy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Big and floppy.
She's so muppety. I love when dogs are just so muppety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Psych.
Yes. stay right here. Don't touch that dial. We're gonna do some gay shit.
Live on stream?
The gay shit is the game, to clarify. It's warm in here. Is it just me? My bedroom, the temperature in my bedroom is really weird, because in the winter it's always really fucking freezing cold, but then in the summer it gets really, really warm, and the temperature fucking rockets whenever there's more than one person in the room.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Males or comms?
And distraction. Thank you, Francia. Male. Because you're already on top of it.
It's time for the mail. Subject: Academy Director interviews. Origin: Declassified archives. Author: Memorial Foundation Executive Committee. Please do have a seat. The committee has enjoyed reading your resume. The committee has deeply enjoyed these fascinating criticisms of the Newtonian Jungian model of physics. It certainly does feel revolutionary. This committee would like to pause to acknowledge how the candidate's work has met and exceeded the desired qualifications. And without diminishing the accomplishments of the candidate, the committee would like to express that its interest is more piqued by the candidate's interpretation of the existential threat. And the committee would invite the candidate to elaborate more on the implications this will have for managing cultural and colonization efforts in an administrative role within the Memorial Foundation Space Program, if the candidate would. The committee hopes the candidate will elaborate on the nature of what an educational program would entail. The committee is especially interested in the assertion of radical cultural advancement made possible without risk of existential contamination. The committee is intrigued by refutations of the so-called scapegoat proposal by the program's current director on technical and theoretical grounds, as opposed to the usual ethical ones. And the committee invites your comment as to the end of the future of culture in space. Qualifications.
So
that was a lot of politics.
Yeah.
That's some political bullshitting right there.
I'm so fucking fascinated by Newtonian Jungian model of physics. Because Jungian, as in like the psychology guy, Carl Jung.
Yes, I was gonna say.
He's the collective unconscious guy.
Yeah.
And among other things, it's been I fucking minored in psychology. I learned about this guy so many times, but it's been a while.
Yeah. Carl Jung, is he also the archetypes guy?
What do you mean?
Like the how stories have archetypes that reflect
I'm gonna from chat.
Yeah? Okay, I think so. It's like there's a certain amount of like archetypes, and all characters can like meet that archetype, or that people can take on the roles of these archetypes. Something like that.
I'm getting some yes from chat. It does ring a bell. Yeah, Carl, I do also remember, you should probably Google this just to be sure, because I'm pretty sure I remember, but I might also be wrong. Carl Jung was, also, he was a pupil of Freud, who saw things that Freud was doing with, like, the subconscious and things like that, and he was like, fuck you, I can do the things, I can take your things and make them so much better, so he left and did his own thing. Are you looking up Carl Jung?
Yeah, I'm on his Wikipedia. Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who founded analytical psychology,
Mm-hmm.
Jung established himself as an influential mind, developing a friendship with Sigmund Freud, founder of psychoanalysis, conducting a lengthy correspondence. Highly regarded as one of the most influential psychologists of all time.
Yeah. I think he had some learning theory stuff too, but I might be mixing that.
Yeah, Freud saw the younger Jung as the heir he had been seeking to take forward his new science of psychoanalysis, and to this end secured his appointment as president of his newly founded International Psychoanalytical Association.
Mm.
So they were colleagues. And,
yeah.
Freud kind of had, like, brought him in.
Like, bolstered him, yeah.
Yeah.
But they had a falling out. I remember that very distinctly.
Jung was also an artist, craftsman, builder, and a prolific writer. Many of his works were not published until after his death, and some are still awaiting publication. Individuation, the lifelong psychological process of differentiation of the self out of each individual's conscious and unconscious elements. Interesting. He created some of the best-known psychological concepts, including synchronicity, archetypal phenomena, the collective unconscious, the psychological complex, and extroversion and introversion. I can't believe Carl Jung invented extroverts and introverts. Before that, we were all just verts.
Before that, we were all just green.
What?
Think about it for a second.
Oh, vert?
Yeah, because it's green in French.
French puns. Right.
Yeah, it is really fucking hard to take seriously. Because he visibly cringes.
Younger. That was pretty good, like. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
So, to recap in non-uwus, so, Academy director interviews. So, this person, enjoyed these fascinating criticisms. So, this person came in criticizing the widely used model of physics, and proposing new things.
I feel like we kind of owe it to Newton now to also look at his Wikipedia page. Because I can't even, like...
Isaac Newton? He's the physics guy, right? He's the gravity, the apple guy.
Is he? I think so.
Pretty sure.
I don't know, like, I know physics, the basic kind of physics theories. I know names of science people, but I can't match them to their theories.
Sir Isaac Newton was an English mathematician, physicist, astronomer, alchemist, theologian, and author who was described in his time as a natural philosopher. He was a key figure in the scientific revolution and the Enlightenment that followed.
I'm getting from chat, gravity guy, apple, laws of motion, calculus, or something.
He consolidated many previous results and established classical mechanics. Also made contributions to optics, and then shares credit with German mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz for developing infinitesimal calculus. So really, really small calculus. Itty-bitty calculus, if you will. Born in 1643. Formulated the laws of motion and universal gravitation that formed the dominant scientific viewpoint until it was superseded by the theory of relativity. Newton used his mathematical description of gravity to derive Kepler's laws of planetary motion, account for tides, trajectory of the comets, and precession of the equinoxes and other phenomena, eradicating doubt about the solar system's heliocentricity. So he was the person that kind of proved that the Earth goes around the sun. Newton's inference that the Earth is an oblate spheroid was later confirmed. I was just listening when on the podcast that I listened to, Let's Learn Everything. They were talking about that in the most recent episodes, that the Earth is an oblate spheroid. The Earth is not actually perfectly round.
Mm-hmm.
And the geoid. They talked about the geoid, which is a really sci-fi word for a really fun concept. It's a theoretical state. But it's not. Maybe it'll become relevant, but it's not relevant right now, so I'll have to talk about it. But so this candidate for the Academy director has a interpretation of the existential threat that is counter to the widely accepted one. And so basically they're like, ha ha ha, you've posed some very interesting theories. Would love to hear some more about that. Please tell us more about all of these things that are counter to what is established. So this is a very polite laughing in their face. Yeah, the committee hopes the candidate will elaborate on the nature of what an educational program would entail. Assertion of radical cultural advancement without risk of contamination. See, it's like, how can you be liberal without also losing your ways? Or something like that. This is written by a conservative. This email, not the... You know what I mean. Intrigued by refutations of the so-called scapegoat proposal. So I feel like probably the scapegoat proposal is probably that the thing about how the existential threat has to be human, and so you find a scapegoat, because you gotta have an existential threat, so you gotta have something that's threatening you, and it's gotta be something. So let's pick a people. Let's pick a something to be that, the scapegoat. Invites your comment as to the end of the future of culture in space. Interesting. Okay, do you want to read the next one?
Yeah.
In uwus?
Yeah.
And then, is that enough uwus, probably?
Yeah. Indeed.
This game is big on gravity, it's true.
Yeah. Pilot Program 1. Origin, Pilot Program Educational Records. Author, Metaculture and Gravitational Research Chair, Dr. Nix.
Yeah, Dr. Nix.
Of course the kids wanted to live in space. Obviously, what could be more dreamlike and fun? I never thought I would spend time with children who wanted to be here again. In the Summer Scout program, I taught the unwanted children of unwanted places. You know what that work is like. Then they gave me work that would take the unwanted to a place far away from here. Of course, not for their sake. In the Summer Scouts, they gave the worst kind of work for the kids we suited for it, only to spare those more wanted from it. The Memorial Foundation asked us to take those unwanted kids away from Earth so that we could make it safe for the wanted ones.
So, in case you didn't grok that, they gave the worst kind of work to the kids least suited for it, only to spare those more wanted from it. To spare the wanted kids from the worst kind of work.
Yeah.
Asked us to take those unwanted kids away from her so that we can make it safe for the wanted ones.
That's a duty I was ready for. We would have to fight a long and difficult war to make space safe, but for that time, all of us, unwanted children and unwanted adults, would have something special that no one on Earth had. To answer your question then, I didn't have a plan from the start. I've always been very loyal. It happened over time, but it happened much more quickly than I ever thought. It wasn't such a far-off dream. We believed in the academy students and were patient with them and gave them an environment physically, culturally, gravitationally as free from Earth's gravity as we could realistically grant them. They knew what to do much better than we did. Pluto more than any other student because Pluto had so much to change. If she and her power fascinate you so much, you should remember the only reason she has it at all was because she was free from you. Ooh. As they grew up, they made space the future we were dreaming of. And before I knew it, I couldn't think of a single reason why we should give space back to you. And then you went and said you didn't even want it anymore.
Dun 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 dun!
Ooh.
Spicy. Is this referring to the children from We Know the Devil? Yeah, the Summer Scouts is where Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune were. That's where the We Know the Devil game takes place at the Summer Scouts.
Yeah.
Which is meant to be like a summer camp where kids go and fight the devil, which I assume is probably some form of existential threat. Maybe not the existential threat, but you know, it's the devil. It's a threat to it's the enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good night.
Good night, Blue.
Good night, Blue.
Good night, Dorito rats.
Smelly Dorito rats.
Thank you for coming out.
Good night, good night, good night. So Dr. Nix used to work for the Summer Scouts, it seems like.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much of this, is just like, ooh, scathing.
Yes, scathing is a good word. Metaculture and Gravitational Research Chair, Dr. Nix. Nice. Alright, comms.
Hey, Mars. You're still really mad at Luna Terra, right?
I will fight her the next time I even see her!
So why don't you? Why don't you fight her?
I have my hands full. She's probably avoiding me. She's sneaky. You can never find her unless she wants it.
But I fought her plenty already. Oh. Whoops.
See? She wants to see you. This is why I'm worried. I don't like her sneaking around you.
Are you really worried? Or are you super jealous?
Both! I mean, no. I meant to type no.
Mars! I told you before, you should be a main character, right? You're so straightforward. You ought to be the real hero.
I meant to type no!
Of course, sweetie. You just want to protect me from big, bad, insufferable, meanie Luna Terra.
What's so great about someone who's stuck up all the time?
She always treated me really kindly. And not so kindly I felt weird or fragile or frustrated. In fact, she really thought I was annoying at first. Even still, she was patient.
She was mean.
Oh my god, I'm remembering the thing that we saw last time with the Luna Terra, like, flashback to how they met.
Yeah.
And their whole thing.
I only have, like, big memories. I remember them, and they met in the garden, and Pluto said something about names. About erasing their old names or something.
Right. And then we found out that Luna Terra defected to Memorial Foundation as a failsafe.
Oh, right. Yeah. And they were just gonna see... They were just kind of playing it out and seeing who would get the power.
She was sad and jealous. I had things so nice and so much sooner than she did. But because of that, she was also very tender and understood so much, even before I did. I couldn't have without her. But I don't think we would have melted that angsty shell of hers without the both of us.
She doesn't feel very melted to me. And she hasn't come around to show me otherwise.
Oh, are you expecting her to come around to you?
I meant, well, anyway, she should be the one who comes back.
Oh, Mars, if you want to see her so bad, you need to put in some effort too.
Why should I when she betrayed us?
One of you two has to stop being stubborn, or you'll never make up.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. You just watched the last one. Good. Explains so much. Yeah. I fucking love the dynamic between Pluto and Luna Terra. It's so good.
Yeah.
I don't remember. We haven't done either of these, have we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
The acceleration due to gravity. Celestial mechanics and Cradle's graces have one thing in common, and that's escaping Earth's gravity. To do that, they need Saturn and Pluto to work together to corrupt the lunar gravity well. There's an opportunity for one to get the upper hand over the other, but they're not thinking about it politically. Give me the moon. It's time to move to the future, peacefully or painfully. No factions, no dreams, just two girls lost and entwined in the warm summer of the moon's day.
Ooh. Yeah, that
Choice
acceleration
time.
due to gravity, I'm remembering that is the last one for celestial mechanics. Where's my notebook?
Which one? This one? No.
No, the one with the stream information in it. Is it up there?
Yeah.
Yay!
I'm a genius.
Yeah, we are on... Yeah. We are on the last ones.
So do we get to do both of these, or do we have to pick one?
We get to do them both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gridra, hello and welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
This is where you find out that it's just actually one person doing all the voices, and it's not actually two people.
Don't even joke about that. Usually it is. Usually it is just me sitting in by my lonesome. But I have the lovely Katzen here with me. You want that moon. Yeah.
I just want that moon. Sweet. I am going to steal the moon. It's my Gru impression.
Ah.
Like, did you ever watch that movie, Despicable Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. The original movie is actually, like, good. Like, the original Despicable Me is good. It's just that then they had to ruin it with all the Minions shit. And the sequels are, like, meh. Oh, nope, you ran out of characters.
I ran out.
You ran out of characters so many characters ago. But then Gru got a wife. Oh yeah, isn't that lady with the big red car, the big red evil
Poll is up.
thing? Yeah, Pole.
Voting for which route to do
Not
next.
her. Okay. It's possible that I didn't actually watch the Despicable Me sequels. I might have just watched a lengthy video essay talking about why the original Despicable Me is good and all the sequels are trash. Or like just talking about the Despicable Me franchise. But that was kind of the conclusion. Or at least what I got out of it. that was my takeaway from the video.
Mm-hmm.
The chowder theme. Oh yeah, fucking chowder. So we take the moon and we take the sun and we take it until it's done and chowder.
I know that this is a show.
Rada rada rada.
Yeah, I know there's that.
You think you're the only one who voted?
Yeah.
Which poll option is which? I forgot to vote. Me. Okay. Every time there's a municipal or provincial election.
No, that's a no.
Saturn is top, LT is bottom, right?
Making sure that doesn't happen next time there's an election.
I don't know. I feel like Luna Terra could. I feel like Saturn is very bottom energy. I feel like.
Shut up. You know what they're fucking talking about.
Currency or realized. Wait.
Yeah. Acceleration due to gravity is Saturn, and the moon one is Luna Terra.
Let's do an informal chat poll since so many people forgot to vote. Just say whether you want to do Saturn or Luna Terra. In chat. Mm-hmm. Cast your votes the old-fashioned way.
Mm-hmm. Whether you want to do Saturn or Luna Terra. Just to stick your own interpretations back on you.
Uh-huh. No. Never mind.
No? Okay. I think I know where that was going. You want to do Saturn? Okay, we're Saturn.
All right.
Saturn first.
Saturn.
How about? I know we started like a little bit later than usual, but it is 11, so I'm thinking.
I do need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we'll take 5 now, and we'll start Saturn right when we get back from break.
Why do I have a top hat but no bottom hats? Bonk!
Hold on, I got this. Bottom hats are...
You know those little cushions that you sit on when you have hemorrhoids? The little donut cushion. That's my assertion for what a bottom hat is.
Okay. Yeah.
We got a redemption for break song.
Yeah.
Hey Leku, is that the chowder theme? Yeah.
Oh, stop playing. Okay.
It was only 30 seconds. I do kind of watch it before I want to watch it before I go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll play that to start break music, and we're gonna take 5, and we'll be back.
Yeah.
Hello. And welcome back
to the Thunderdome! What is this, a Thunderdome for ants? Okay.
Your hands are damp.
Yeah, there was only a face cloth with which to dry my hands. And there was a piece of fabric 6 inches long.
Well, the towels were used for showering purposes, so they were drying on the railings. You can't have a single stream without you eating on mic?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm taking little bites and not.
Thank you.
I'm being considerate.
Yes, you are. Thank you for taking small bites. I know that if I hadn't said anything, it probably wouldn't have been noticeable, but
You just had to comment.
I just had to comment. Yeah.
Give me the moon. Give me this.
We're doing acceleration of gravity first.
Okay.
So the acceleration of gravity, that's the one that the last time we did Saturn
Words?
Okay. So when we did Saturn's route, all of the Saturn and Pluto ones, we picked Cradle's Grace's answers, except for the last one, the acceleration due to gravity, where we picked the celestial mechanics option. So that was when we had that amazing, beautiful conversation between Saturn and Pluto, where they talked about, they're sitting at the edge of the gravity well, talking about the last time that they saw this place, and about Neil, right? Neil? That was the name?
Yeah.
The guy who fell, the
individual?
The individual who fell, yeah. I know I shouldn't, but I just kind of call everything guy. I like including inanimate objects.
Neath.
And bugs. Neath. That was it. I knew that Neil sounded too normal.
Yeah.
Neath. Talking about Neath falling in and averting, and Pluto being like, admitting that if they had been a split second slower to do that, then Pluto might have done it herself.
Mm-hmm. Evert.
Yeah, an eversion. So that means that we got the Cradle's Grace's ending with Saturn.
I found the lyric that I was thinking of. So give me the moon, give me the spoon, I'm licking it clean until there just ain't nothing left but doing a none, because that's a Watsky song.
I was like, is that Watsky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is A-okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm strong as an OAK and oak.
So we're gonna actually Cradle's Grace it up for this one, because that's the conversation that we haven't seen yet.
Holla. Holla at your Cradle's Graces.
Captain Someone said Neath was a potential satellite of Venus.
Yeah, something like that. I think I looked it up, and it's one of them. It's like the name of a moon of Venus, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and our alignment right now.
Oh,
is
hypothetical.
even.
It's not even. It's not even real. Well, not even. You know what I mean? It's a hypothetical.
Yeah.
It's a hypothetical natural satellite of Venus, reportedly sighted by some Italian bitch. But Wikipedia is also
Rude.
telling me that his name's Giovanni. What am I supposed to say? Was the tutelary deity of size, where this is Egyptian lore. Neath, also spelled net or neat, was an early ancient Egyptian deity, said to be the first and prime creator who creates the universe and all it contains. She was the goddess of the cosmos, fate, wisdom, water, rivers, mothers, childbirth, hunting, weaving, and war.
Yeah.
Mother of Sobek, Ra, Apep, Tutu, and Circuit.
Yeah. So our alignment here is even between Memorial Foundation and Celestial Mechanics, and this final conversation is the one that will tip us into being more aligned with Memorial Foundation than any of the others, because we're on the Cradle's Graces ending for this one. The acceleration due to gravity launch.
Oh god, Circuit. Yeah. Pardon me. We're seriously working with celestial mechanics? This sounds stupid. I seriously don't trust them. They're so shady, no matter what they say. Oh.
Thank you.
If it's something that's in their best interest, there's no way it's also in ours. I know there's no other way to restart the space colonization project without opening the lunar gravity well, but that's exactly why we need to keep them as far away from it as possible. You don't need any help to do it.
That's really true, especially with that reprehensible and irresponsible pilot they're assigning to the operation.
Saturn.
Mhm.
Yes, I know, but hey, if I don't need to convince you, why are we doing this?
I know it's true, Mars. I'm not going to pretend otherwise.
So why? Isn't it true that they're just using you? For a secret plan that will let them take control during the final battle? They're sneaky.
Yeah, assigning. She stole the ship. They kind of didn't have any other choice. I know, Mars. But if we don't open the gravity well, there's no way to have the final battle in the first place. Earth's gravity will destabilize our ship selves completely. Neither of us can get what we want with Earth so close.
Why do you need that conniving pilot with you?
There are some things even I can't do. You're the one who keeps telling me that, you know. There's no other way to even get a chance at this without their help.
But they're going to use that as leverage to trick us anyway. They're not beneath that.
I'm not beneath it either, you know. That's why I'm there. I'll be trying to get the upper hand for us. I can be ruthless too, Mars. Don't you think I want it badly enough?
I mean, you shouldn't have to.
I know that's the part you hate. I don't care if you don't want to see me doing something bad, though. I can do it, just like all of you can.
You always tell me not to worry, but then there's nothing that I can do. I want to stop worrying, but I can't when there's nothing I can do.
Oh, Mars. I really forget sometimes. You're such a good girl. But just trust me, okay? Trust me and watch me, okay? It's all I ever need.
Yes, ma'am.
Saturn tempts Pluto to fall in with her, and that's what we did there. Pluto tempts Saturn to entertain a silly dream. Where's my pencil?
The moon's south pole is the completion point for Earth, where all the terraforming begins and ends. Here, the skyscrapers rise up to catch the eternal light in what someday will be a city where night never comes. You're quiet. Is there something on your mind?
A lot, but nothing important.
Don't hide it from me. You know I can just read it off your gravitational field, right?
Are you sure?
You're never normally this quiet. Good to know even you can feel that way sometimes, but I didn't think it would be over this. The gravity well can't be that big a deal for someone like you to deal with. And I'm here too, in case you forgot.
Feeling out the tides is deeper than mind reading, and not so literal, you know that. That kind of mind reading is the kind every human can do, but few are any good at it.
What kind is that?
Read my mind about it.
So cheeky.
Are you nervous?
No, I know exactly what I'm doing. I just wish everyone wasn't going to be watching us this whole time. I hate getting yelled at for no good reason. Don't you have people who are a pain in the ass to keep you Don't you have people who are a pain in the ass to keep happy?
That's everyone in Cradle's Graces. Plus, they love me, which makes it so hard.
That's why I ditched command. I couldn't stand being pestered constantly by superiors who don't even know what they're talking about.
I don't have any superiors at all.
Rub it in, why don't you? What? Lucky. Why?
Because I'm at the top.
Excuse me?
I'm the leader of Cradle's Graces, more or less.
Excuse me? What? Why?
For a lot of reasons, but mostly because no one else wants to be. Oh, Dr. Nix is in charge of most things still, but I do make the decisions.
I mean, but why?
You're as bad as Mars. This is why it's so hard to get anything done. Cradle's Graces is just full of contradictory, impossible to reconcile, naive, and disorganized feelings. Someone has to bring all of that together.
No, stop. I mean, but why would you tell me that? I mean, shouldn't I take advantage of this?
Oh, I thought you just wanted to get to know me better, not engage in any kind of cloak and dagger stuff.
You're crazy. Why would you trust me? I'm sketchy.
Okay, Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn, you're so edgy and mean and disreputable.
And so hard to read.
Yeah. You're such a bad girl.
No, you're not. You're obnoxious to your friends, but you work hard all the time for their sake. You bullied a certain taciturn ace pilot, not because you hated her, but because you wanted her to grow up and stop wasting her talent on moping. You're always tempting me to your side, but you don't care if I join Celestial Mechanics or not. Also, you asked me how I was doing, if I was nervous, and told me you're here for me on a difficult mission, even though you tried to make it sound like you were lording it over me. So, what do you really care about, that you keep coming after me whether you win or lose?
She's a bad girl, unlike Mars. Mars is a good girl. Not telling.
That's fine. You don't need to say anything for me to understand.
Because she's good at the mind reading stuff. I need to shut my mouth or I'll keep stuttering and embarrassing myself. Don't tell me that this whole time you've just been playing along? Like...
Blush.
I give up on being cool. It doesn't matter. No, wait, it does matter. I worked so hard to try and corrupt this good little pilot test brat out of Cradle's Graces.
Don't be sad about still being a good girl. It's a really hard habit to break. I'm the real fool, though. I saw right through you and it worked on me just the same. I completely fell for it. Oh, we're almost there. Let's be careful, okay?
The slim tower, the tallest on the moon, ends in a point, and suspended above it is the overpowering gravity well, claiming humanity's spot on the moon, a saved seat in the cosmos. It'll fall inert to the surface when culture has so fully rooted in the moon that the planet will produce a true human gravity. Then this body will no longer be Luna, but fully and truly the moon, just as Terra became Earth when humanity was born there. Yet, the gravity well can also be the seed of possibility. It doesn't have any preconceptions about what humans can be or should be. There's still time.
Begin full output. Resonance handshake seeking.
Acknowledged. Handshake received. Oscillating, rotating, responding. I am trying to seduce you, though.
Endpoint reached. Synchronization complete. Aligned rotations.
Acceleration high. Still acceptable. I just don't understand how you can be this strong and amazing and still waste it all on all of them.
Tidal resonance achieved. Brace for resonance feedback. So tell me, why do you waste so much of your time pestering pilots like Luna Terra and me?
Tidal resonance far beyond predicted levels. Begin bracing. Hold the course steady for insertion. That's dodging the question.
Waves crashing. Intensifying resonance force. It's not. You're not really any different. You care what happens to everyone in space, too.
Even fools like us deserve a chance at what they want. The part that makes me angry is how they won't just take what they want. If Earth has abandoned us, why go through so much trouble to reconcile with them? Resistance is incredible. Tone. Resistance is incredible. The core's hypersuspension is refusing to decouple. That was a sound.
Yeah, good noises. Maximum output. Bending space culture time. Dilating possibility. Space, capital C culture, and time. Dilating possibility.
I'll dilate your possibility.
Oh my god. How did I fucking knew in my heart of hearts what was about to come out of your mouth. And still. Leaving humanity behind out of spite, just to prove how much you don't care about them, makes it sound like maybe you actually do care about others. But it is really cute how you're trying.
I am loyal to us, that's all. The space orphans, the lab girls, and fuck everyone else. No love lost, none owed to anyone else. That's what I'm the leader of. Beginning insertion, breaking first through 50th seals. I don't. I want a breakup. If humanity wants us back, they should come crawling and beg us to forgive them. You of all people shouldn't be the one saving them.
Rapid destabilization. Action needed. Are you really okay with all of us in space having a chance at that future, but no one on Earth? I, of all people, know what it would be like to never have that.
Breaking seals 50 through 1000, requesting overload bypass permission. I'm not a good and noble person. My heart's not big enough. Attempting again. Fine. Here's a real secret just for you, okay? Since you told me yours. I would never forgive the world. But if my master plan doesn't work, I'd follow you wherever.
Bracing. Gravitational output maximum. Thank you, really, Saturn. I wouldn't have had this much fun without you. Thanks for giving me room in your heart.
Less dramatic status updates that sound like you're gonna die. Core pierced. Heavy damage to upper arm. Insertion activating. Sustained damage increasing. Holding until the countdown begins. For being so stubborn, even so, you make me falter just a bit. Just a little. I can't be that invincible. I'm just a little lab brat. Reaction confirmed. Are you ready? For everything?
Saturn, confirm Roche limit escape.
Negative. It's messing up the math. Calculations keep changing.
Immediate escape is necessary before the micro black hole is formed.
Can't. Calculating.
Focus on my voice. It's not time for you to join the inverse yet. Gravity, like a warm embrace, and not just mine, wants you here. Back to your home and mine.
Almost.
All of the equipment is destroyed. Both of them are badly damaged. But they're not dead. And the tiny black speck pulsing within the containment field, a strange gravity washes over the moon. And many things are possible. A leveled playing field. A new playground. Oh, that was that.
Commencing insertion.
Yep. Yeah, so that was interesting. I the back and forth while they were trying to do stuff was fun.
Yeah.
I kind of liked the other route better, though, where they talked about aversion.
Yeah.
Ugh. I love how you're like, I promise I'll be really quiet when I eat. And then you're just like, this brownie is just too fucking good.
It's so good, though.
It's like involuntary, isn't it?
A little bit. I remember at the end of summer, I was like, one of the last meals at camp, I was just like, and one of our pals looked over at me and was like, I love that you are, like, genuinely, I really enjoy that you do that and that you're just so expressive about how much you enjoy it, and I appreciated it, but I also did have a little self-conscious moment of like, wow, I do really enjoy food, but then I was like, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to enjoy food. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know.
Uh-huh.
You can't even hear the food until Cam brings it up.
I feel like the microphone picked up on the like, I feel like that definitely. That was a very poor impression. I apologize.
Bastardizing me.
I am. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was already a bastard. In the literal, in like the, you know, the actual definition of it.
Oh, I knew that you were playing a double meaning there. We have mail and alerts, and comms before doing the final finale. Ooh.
Read this one.
You want me? Yeah. Subject ship self. Origin pilot program training documentation leaked. Author Memorial Foundation Homeworld Archives. Merecrisium, the first true ship self, was made in 1969, named after her place of manufacture on then Luna, now Moon. They were made as prototypes, not to be mass-produced. Aesthetic considerations: a neutral, idealized body representing all of humanity. They loved bullshit like that. Not the first vessel with a gravitational engine, only the first built to use the engine to exert outwards gravitational control. A ship self creates the pressure and culture for a human to survive alone without the presence of others. It is an unsustainable attempt to make a human function as a world. To make it sustainable, we have to become world-sized in body, thought, and soul, encompass every self that has been or will be or could be. Its original armaments were extremely varied, since they were a proof of concept, and it wasn't understood yet what form the existential threat would be and what sort of weapons would be needed against it. The tidal reactor can externalize, but it doesn't have any interior mechanisms for this, so it needs an equipment loadout, and even though the raw force is still unmatched by any mass-produced unit, it wasn't built with an effective way of using it. The original pilots had to bend slowly the default forms of their ship selves into new shapes and refit the ceremonial and theoretical weapons into ones suited for the existential threat, and eventually each other. In time, the shape conforms to the human inside. This in part confirms that specific theory. The human part isn't the ear, but the hole in the lobes for your earrings. Lipstick is real, lips are not, and we see humanity defined in its gravitational output.
That one's a bit dense.
Yeah.
Excuse me, heavy. Like a hearty stew. It's heavy. But rich.
Yeah, so not the first vessel with a gravitational engine, only the first built to use the engine to exert outwards gravitational control. Right, yeah. For a human to survive alone without the presence of others. Mm-hmm. The cultural,
the gravity, the culture of gravity connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ship carries the pressure for world-sized. Mm-hmm. Original armament is originally varied. Reactor can externalize. Original pilots had to bend the default forms of the ship cells into new shapes to refit the ceremonial and theoretical weapons into ones suited for the existential threat and eventually each other. This in part confirms that specific theory. The human part isn't the ear, but the hole in the lobes for your earrings.
Lipstick is real, lips are not, and we see humanity defined in its gravitational output.
Like negative space. I feel like conceptually this is something that I think about or talk about a lot. This has come up a couple of times to me personally. the concept of negative space and defining something by what it isn't, or defining by lack, or seeing the shape. It's like a black hole, right? We don't know what black holes look like. The only way that we can know where a black hole is by looking at the stuff around it. They are not detectable. We can only infer their presence by how they affect the area around them, which, is also related to gravity. It's all connected! Mm-hmm. That was so much to take it. Yeah. Lips are not real.
Yeah.
Does that mean kisses don't exist? No more kisses?
So the human part is not the main the human part is the shapes the
hole in the lobes for your earrings, because
it shapes the thing, but it is not the thing.
It conforms its shape to the thing, like how if you were to wear gauge earrings, you can slowly change the size of it, but you can't do it all at once or it'll damage. You have to do it slowly. In time, the shape conforms to the human inside. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was heavy.
Alright, comms. We both reach for the mouse at the same time.
Okay. Squeak. Mars, you were right. I am too strong. I'm afraid. I'm getting bigger and bigger, stronger and stronger. But there's still so much to do, and I don't know how to do any of it. What if I make a mistake? What if I'm too strong?
Oof.
Is the universe going to be okay?
Pluto. Never. No way, that's impossible. I never meant it like that. I messed up again. I'm probably gonna mess up yet again saying this, but you're not that strong, Pluto. No one's that strong. You know that even you aren't as strong as the Earth, right? You're not even any stronger than anyone on Earth, even in Crunmacula. You were the one who told me about stop getting a big head about my ship self. Like, if I fell to Earth, it'd crumple under Earth's gravity. Any given human is 1,000,000 times stronger than that. Space just doesn't have any competition. So you're not strong. You're just stronger than a bunch of idiots. I thought there was going to be more to that. You're just stronger than a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. That is fascinating. They're like, the people on Earth, they can crumple you, and it's like, oh, I love you, Mars. I keep telling other people that, but I never listen to myself. I can only hear it when you say it.
That sometimes applies to your love advice, too.
Hey! I am the one who gets to bully you about that.
Take your advice then, sometimes.
I'll listen to myself when you do.
Then you better get ready. You're not going to be ahead of me forever.
Wait, am I a rival now? Finally, I'll defeat you.
Lol.
Thanks, Mars. We saved each other again.
Ooh, gays are so dramatic over text. We saved each other again.
Mm-hmm.
You had a text conversation.
They're good. I like them a
lot. Yeah.
All right.
Give me the moon. Give me the spoon. I'm looking at clean.
Heading into the finale. Give me the moon. It's time to move to the future peacefully or painfully. No factions, no dreams. Just two girls lost and entwined in the warm summer of the moon's day. Burr, 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 burr.
What are you doing here, Pluto? There's no mission. Are you going out?
Just for a little while. Did you want to stop me?
No. I'm getting a little better at not worrying about you.
Even though you are?
I'm trying, okay? And we take the moon, and we take the moon.
Nyx is worried, isn't she?
If you want to slip out for a minute, she'll be mad.
I know.
Especially if it's to see Luna Terra.
I keep not being her perfect girl.
She always thought Luna Terra was a bad influence.
She's not wrong. I just want to try one more time.
To bring her back? What if she takes you instead?
Maybe that could happen too.
Don't say that.
I wouldn't mind. Maybe I don't want to be the one to lead anymore. Mars. Why is everyone so obsessed with me? Why does everyone want to save me? Why isn't anyone strong enough to actually do it? Why did they think I'm strong enough to pull them up instead? I'm nobody.
You don't have to be strong.
That's a lie. Of course I have to be strong. Who else is going to pull me up? Even you don't know how. I don't have any talent. I don't have any skill. I just never said no. I can't. That's too much. I don't know how. I just couldn't ever say the words. So I just kept doing it, even though...
Hey. It's okay.
It's not.
Okay. It's not okay. It hurts, and it's bad.
You suck at making me feel better.
Excuse me.
I love you.
Me too. Come on. Just go.
I like them.
Make up and forgive, or fight until we love each other.
Memorial Foundations, baby.
Let's go!
Make up and forgive.
Never forgotten every story told.
Yeah, so, like, Pluto's whole speech there about, I can't do this, I just never said no. I feel like a lot of people kind of get into that situation where they're just like, they just don't know how to say no. And it's like, fuck. It happens.
Yeah. Everything just keeps snowballing. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're the de facto leader of an organization.
Because fucking no one else is gonna do it. I honestly kind of feel that on a deep level. Someone's gotta do it.
Yep. Alright. Who's reading?
It's mid-afternoon, but only half the sky knows it. The burned gold fades into reds, pinks, purples, and night at the edge, where the moon's terraforming abruptly ends. It's such an outlandish light, like standing in the middle of day and night. An unsteady feeling to be on the precipice of a hole between a world and not a world. The boundary between Earth and space is here. Terraforming engines dutifully pour blue, white, and green into the craters and barren rock, the elements of air, water, and life. It will continue until the moon is the Earth and the Earth is the moon, cosmologically, philosophically, literally. The long-awaited unification of Luna Terra. I forgot what voice she has. I want to watch it forever, even though it's not going to keep going forever. There's a pleasure in watching something happen slowly, like keeping track of the moon in the night sky. You can see it happening inch by inch. You have to be patient, but it's such a satisfying feeling.
Luna Terra looks up from her resting spot on Mericrisium's foot.
You ever watch it like this, Pluto?
I thought I had finally snuck up on you for once. I'm still not as crafty as Saturn. Darn.
You were pretty close before I noticed you. It could have been a surprise if you really wanted a surprise attack.
I wanted to see how long you'd trust me with your back.
How'd I do?
Great, until you tried to be clever at the end.
Whoops. I'm definitely going to get yelled at again.
You got yelled at?
Like I was in the academy again. It wasn't great.
I wish I could have seen it.
I'm really glad you didn't.
I've seen all of your most embarrassing expressions, but I never get tired of seeing more. It's no use hiding them from me.
Fine, I give up.
Wow, you should get humbled more often. It's making you really cute. You don't want to fight this time? I was hoping we could do it honestly, for real, for once. It might be our last chance for that sort of fight.
I was thinking of that too, but it's our last chance to take a walk like this. Today, I want to do that instead.
It's not like the end of walks are at stake. There's gonna be more walks, Luna Terra.
But not exactly like this. I like it in the middle of things, the stillness of change.
In the haves and in-betweens. So like you to be rooting for them, Luna T. Okay, though, because you asked. You never asked for anything, so you should get it when you do. Come with me. I want to show you something.
What they find is a waterfall, or something that's trying to be a waterfall. The rushing water flows through the canyon until the atmosphere becomes too thin and the sun becomes so bright it turns to vapor and dissolves. A rush of water stopping abruptly, yet very slowly. The point where it stops is moving forward. Eventually the atmosphere will take hold, and the sun won't be able to strip the air and water from the moon. It's one of the last valleys left where space is still here, where nothing and inverse still exists, instead of everything and us.
I thought it'd make you happy. You love lilacs still?
Oh wow, they grow so fast here. I wonder how.
I think the seasons are playing tricks with them. But look, they're trying to grow right in the line of the sun. You can follow the trail until they burn in the sunset. They'll keep crawling until they reach the valley.
We're so unbelievable. Humans can overcome even this. Do sights like this still make you feel kind of sad?
A little, but humans still deserve it, so I can't stay upset. This won't be the moon anymore, but part of the Earth. And I want to hold the human and the alien together. We'll lose something if we don't. I wish it could be in that middle place forever. We grasp for something new, but we lose everything we touch.
I just want lilacs. And a home. A space with room for us, wherever that is.
How much would you give up to have that?
A lot. How much would you?
All I would need to make that choice is for you to make me feel that way, Luna T. Ew!
How do I do that?
Convince me everything's going to be okay. That we won't be losing anything, even though we will. Make me feel that way once again.
Well, we're no stronger, smarter, more perfect than any human beings on Earth, first of all. Second, there's no place more beautiful on the moon than anywhere on Earth. Really, think. Nothing else in the universe looks that different, that beautiful, that incredible. Third, touching ship to ship isn't any different than touching body to body. We can speak that same language with just our own flesh. It's just a metaphor anyway. You can be human anywhere. That we did it up in space just means that we can do it back on Earth too. We know the language.
First, we never would have been allowed to grow up like we did here back on Earth. Second, space is cool. Third, giant robots are impossibly cool, and nothing you can possibly say will change that fact.
Preach! We're all we have. The world made me awful, and I had to fight so hard just to be provisionally recognized as human. So, I don't know why I miss it so bad. I wish you could tell me. My standards probably are bad. This part will sound stupid, but I don't want to believe we couldn't also be happy on Earth. No matter how good the future is. That our happiness isn't that fragile.
You know, you say you have very little faith, but I think you have more than me. You don't want to give up. You have so much faith. You want to keep going even if you believe it's totally pointless. You're obscenely stubborn.
Things could be much different. You and me especially. We are very, very lucky. If we had been born in space, we would have been even luckier. But you only get so much. I worry about what we would be like if that hadn't happened. For me or for you.
If what hadn't happened?
Would it have taken us even longer? I already feel like I became a person too old. We spend our... I think it's probably supposed to be our... We spend our lives without ever...
I think the what happened would be the space program.
I was thinking
being in the space program.
I was thinking about Neath. But you're probably right. That's more direct on their lives.
Luna. We'd have found another way. Somehow. In Earth or space. No one is ever born whole. We got there eventually, didn't we?
So I feel like this is sort of referencing or implying or inspired by, when we looked at the Carl Jung page and it talked about individualism, or it wasn't called that, but like the differentiation of like the coming into your being, like separating yourself from your conscious and subconscious, or that. I think that's what that. Yeah. I think so too. So I would like to believe that no matter what, we could live and be happy, even in mortal bodies, on our boring, awful home. I mean, they can't undo what we've done. When they take us back, they will have to make us a part of them. Isn't that the simplest, sneakiest way to get everything we always wanted?
You really make me believe sometimes, Luna Terra. Giant robots are still really cool, though.
Well, I tried.
Maybe it worked. It might be too late, but maybe it convinced me. You know I trust you, even when I can't. Come on, let's go smell the flowers. I want to touch them. I want to see if they're as pretty as I remember from Earth.
It's not quite 9.8 m/s to the power of 2 yet, here on the moon, but it's getting there, and the lilacs smell wonderful, and they're soft, and the air and the water is like a dream, the real thing. You're really warm.
And you're really cold. Still, you're right. Skin to skin isn't ship to ship, but it's nice too. It feels exactly the same in a different way. Welcome 790 Sisters. Yeah. We're getting there. It's getting spicy. No more or less. I missed you so much.
I'm here. I'm right here.
You really are. You're really still so bold, Lunity.
I mean,
I'm teasing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on. Yeah, this was a last minute stream.
Making hair noises. Mouth sounds.
Yeah. Very easily flustered when she drops her guard.
Yeah, I do like Luna Terra.
Yeah.
I like all of them.
Yeah, they're also fucking good. But that doesn't mean I'm also not offering.
You're so mean to me.
But you love it.
Dummy mommy.
You can be so strong when you're not trying to be strong. Okay.
I think that sound is the sound that they make when they're kissing.
Okay.
Any future is acceptable, but this is no future.
I'm sorry, Doctor.
So why didn't you stop it? I earnestly wish to know. Pluto, you're my sweetest child. I have never had to lie to you. So don't lie to me. No one can stand against you, so the future, any future, is the one that you willed by definition.
That's not true. I said it so many times. I'm not what you believe me to be. They understand that.
Then they don't understand you.
I'm not that strong. I told you over and over and over and over and over.
You are the strongest there is. I understand that sometimes even that is not enough. It's unfair of me to pretend your limitations do not exist. I should know that.
I wish I could help you understand. It isn't that at all. It's not just that I'm not strong enough. It's that the universe is so strong too. And I'm not as right as it is, and I'm not as right as it is sometimes. Don't you understand? I want everything you wanted to be true to come true. Isn't it worth nothing if we don't bring it home? You need to have faith in someone other than me. You need to believe in the power of someone else. Do you think you're not strong enough for this future?
Memorial Foundation does not have the power or the courage or the hope. They have experience and numbers, and that still matters. It matters the most because the gravity well is whimpering, sputtering, and Earth's tactics, strategic and realistic, are favored. Their weapons are kinetic. They don't fight with anything dreamlike or unique. All they have is to do this simple job. A fight between giant robots can only be so realistic, but that's the best they know how to do. They've never fought on Earth, after all. Gravity Well is successfully commandeered by the Memorial Foundation. The limits are made clear. They were rockets built always for entry back home and to take everyone with them.
Halamidi in the Los Sochi? Halamidi in the Los Sochi soars in glory, holding the dying gravity well in her arms. Through it she extends the logic of Earth to every tidal reactor, the exact gravitational constant that determines human to be human.
New person. Luna Terra, you've done so well. You've been so good. Are you still going to betray us? Europa told me to expect it.
I won't. Like I promised. Even if the rest of the pilots may not forgive me, they're coming home now too. Is that a problem? I thought it was happiness for all, no one left behind. Emphasis on the no one left behind, because the first is too hard.
We have to be careful, you know that. They think we're more trouble than we're worth. There's a really simple, easy solution to us becoming another existential threat. A simple way to defeat it and prevent it. When they indulged the Memorial Foundation's plea for an alternative to their method, the one used from the beginning of humanity to the present day, they allowed us. Because we made the promise of submitting with a complaint.
That's true. Europa never failed to remind me the Earth could just decide to kill us.
The Earth cannot be divided. We're meant to be one. Earth is an anchor in space-time for us. It wasn't always like that. We started from zero. We had to carve out our place in the universe bit by bit. We have to move ever forward, marching in progress.
It fucking slaps, but also let me know if it's overpowering our voices, because I know it could just kind of ramp up.
As culture marches forward, so does our gravity increase. We need each other, and we need this culture, this gravity, to make us together.
I agree. Humans need to come together. Luna Terra immediately fires a solid light bullet into the gravity well spring mechanism, and the gravity well implodes back to life. In the middle of the victorious fleet, communication immediately falls apart as space-time and electromagnetic forces tear through them. What's she doing?
She's doing some fucking shit.
It is kind of getting louder than... Okay, here, let me turn this down a little bit.
Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Is that better?
It won't stay this loud? Yeah. Well, we can put it back later.
Yeah, I know you like to do it.
You finally did it, Lindsay. Something so dumb, I don't have time to get mad before I save you from it. You could have at least told me this is what you were planning.
I would have, but I wasn't planning this until 10 minutes ago. Hey, I didn't even cut it this close.
You like how Misha was talking to her when to do what she supposedly wants, and what she feels bad.
Interesting. Yeah, I can't wait to get to know Halamidi and Luna Terra. Eventually.
Yeah, we'll do Luna Terra post summer. Yeah. Tell me you've thought up something good. I'll follow you, even to a bad ending. But not if you've got nothing other than this depressing conclusion. I'd have to hate you to let you do that, baby.
Hands reach from behind her and hold the well gently, easily, as Kalanidi's fingers shatter.
What?
Traitor!
Sorry, I'm just borrowing it.
You're not sorry now, and you weren't sorry then. I think you might really wish you were sorry. I want to believe you want to be sorry, but that's not good enough. It's certainly much too late for it. I wish, instead of wanting to be sorry, you just wouldn't be able to be happy again.
I can't do that.
Then please, deny this. Nosochi is made almost entirely of constantly refracting hard light. It emits from every angle at light speed a drowning torrent, a reversed vacuum, a void of energy, an unignorable, undeniable deluge. Deluge? Light with the substance and pressure and weight of water. The heaviness is unbearable, to Luna Terra especially, yet it's so familiar it's impossible to escape. Automatically, she falls right in.
Oh, it's just like a game, so it's like... Oh, honey. Such a salty ass.
No matter what terrible things you've done, you've never forgotten exactly what you deserve for them. That's how you could make it up. That's how you should make it up. At least not in the same way. Which I know now. I thought I would die before. But the nice thing is if you don't die from this, you grow up. Even if it feels unfair. Are you suffering?
Luna Terra reaches her hands as close as she can to the gravity well. Her own tidal reactor howls and creaks with the strain of not falling in. It isn't interested in Luna Terra's dreams. It just wants to have everything. The infinite wish of humanity, Earth's pure greed, the white void, the all-consuming gravity that erases all distinction. Pluto can barely keep the light at bay. It tears into Pluto with perfect synchronicity. The Memorial Foundation has been waiting for this chance at the unit designed to defeat them, the one that reminds them of everything they can't have. She's drowning, but her fingers are still reaching, still holding the dying gravity well. The true enemy are the fast-approaching autonomous defense units. Unlike a ship self, they are designed with war in mind. As Halamede says, the easiest option is just to kill us. The option they're always most eager to take. No wonder they felt the ship self program was just a fanciful indulgence. They are surprised then when Saturn tears them to pieces.
Yes, bitch, get them! Tear the bitch to shreds! Whew. Ha! Guess you were right. From how unsure you were, you made it sound like it was going to be a lot harder. Pluto, you've been a good influence on her. Like how I've been a bad one. We're really suited for a hopeless woman like that, aren't we?
Thanks, Saturn. Maybe just be a little longer.
Don't ignore my nonsense. When this is over, I'm not going to forget it.
Sure. You can tease me all you want if you win.
You're not very inspiring.
It'll be super inspiring if we win, so let's do that first.
Saturn poisons the waters. She corrupts the information. What washes over Pluto is muddy, pink, toxic, and definitely bad for you. But at least it doesn't want to eat you alive in the name of love. It just wants to mess you up in a good way, and let you mess it up too. The destabilization has gone successfully so far, and the gravity well is diminished and weak and dying fast. That's okay though. It's enough for a little wish. The greatest trick is to just move 1 inch forward. The only trick. Change the physics by a decimal point, in a secret place where they won't notice. Equivalent to inventing a new Earth is changing the acceleration due to gravity by 0.01 m/s to the power of 2. That is something that is impossible even with the gravity well. The Earth is the Earth, and it will bind everything to it. Except there is a nearby body, in perfect sync, inseparable and distinct, and through its orbit, its tides influence in subtle ways the life of Earth. Is it the moon? I understand now. This is something I want too. You coming up with this idea is just the worst. Why couldn't you just be a bad person with bad ideas and wicked dreams? And it's impossible now. Who would want to give up the moon for the Earth?
If we lose, we'll really look like idiots, and we'll live alone on a lifeless moon. So let's make sure that doesn't happen.
The moon is to be abandoned too, unless you can bring it into such inseparable closeness. No, stop convincing me. This sucks. I still hate you, but fine. Live on the moon, away from me, forever.
Losochis shuts the valve. Earth rips around inside her, but the gravity well, already compromised, begins to glow to life again. For a little bit longer, Earth can't touch it, can't shut it down. Left to its own devices, the gravity well will bring all things together. Of all the fabulous dream tech of the Memorial Foundation International Space Program, the gravity well, which brings together matter, light, and culture, is the strongest execution of their dream. And a pathetically mistaken one, too. The gravity well brings things closer until they pass through the event horizon, and then can never return to the universe again. The limit where even information can't return. Whether it's a good universe or a terrible one, Luna Terra doesn't intend to find out. She's hopelessly attached to this universe. What we do want is to get a little closer. She's so mad. Yeah, I'm fascinated by what's occurring. I thought you said you could find a way to be happy in any kind of future.
I think that works only if we try really hard to make it not suck first. See? She gets it.
Well, it's not like I think it won't work. If the gravity well is sufficiently strong, it is true. It'll eat away at the tidal forces of the Earth.
The math is like, the gravitational force of the Earth will change somewhere in the billionth place. How about the 100th? That's definitely super impossible. I think we move the center of gravity between the Earth and the Moon. We pull a little, and we pull a lot. We pull until our bodies fall apart. I think then we can get a shift in the 100th place. And bring a little bit of what we made back here back home.
That's a very generous kindness.
And also an extremely petty act of revenge.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to pay the price. And they should pay it too.
It feels like I'm getting back together with my ex. Oh, that's because I think you are. Oh, the Earth, not her. Uh-huh.
She's talking to you.
Who broke up with who? I don't think it was that sort of breakup. I think it was just one of those long-distance things that drifted apart. Having our home ask for us back makes me feel a little bad. I don't think that's how they want us to feel. I don't think I can be the one for you. But we can still be friends. What you need is someone who knows exactly what you're like. Seen your best and worst and isn't afraid to tell you exactly how it is. You have a way of always tricking yourself, you know? I hope that will be harder in the light of the green moon.
Homestuck brain.
Homestuck brain. Oh, fucking alarm bells going off. You'll treat yourself and each other more kindly. And ones like us, too.
I think they mean green moon is in like green is in like.
As in, well, they were on the moon and it had green on it.
Well, yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
like a green thumb, a green house.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I know you'll still be terrible to each other and us. But thankfully, if you want us back, you have to let us become part of you. We're you and we're not you. A new sort of alien that isn't alien at all. You must acknowledge we are different. You must acknowledge we are the same. Like fantastical creatures you so admire, we're just mirrors for you.
Luna Terra doesn't hear the alarm. Her body knows exactly when it's supposed to wake up, and she does. She doesn't have to wake up this early anymore, but her body has a hard time letting her go back to sleep. She wakes up, tries to focus her eyes. Her head hurts, just a little, so she thinks she'll go ahead and make coffee, except Saturn's arm is tugging at her shirt, and Pluto's legs are tangled up in hers. So maybe she can't make coffee just yet. She worms out of the comforter as much as she can. The apartment's summer air conditioning keeps things nice and cool, but the summers here are hot, and so are the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if she tries really hard, she can go back to sleep. But it's hard. It's always hard with the sun still there, but especially with just the hum of the AC and everyone's slow breathing and the light shiver of sweat. Hey dude, wake up. Hey, don't pull me back into bed. Pluto, stop her.
But I want to see who wins.
You're the one who wants to make breakfast. You made me wake her up. Don't act like it's not your problem. None of you were up when I was up, so it's time to sleep forever. That's what I said. Also, you're clearly awake, so let go. No. Pluto.
I'm making breakfast, though. I already turned on the stove.
It's fine. I'll just burn the house down. Help me stop Saturn.
Okay.
You traitor! You betrayed yourself! Oof.
With the fucking hedgehog sideways. Companion to the green sun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the vibes here, immaculate. That's enough out of you. Come get some coffee, Luna Tea, before you get a headache over it. You're really such a fake.
It's for serious.
You two, you switch sides really easily.
So do you.
Up again? Alright, you're helping me make breakfast.
What? How come she gets to sleep in?
She'll be right behind us.
She was. Luna Terra shivered for a second, bare under the AC, and then she got up. She turned the light canceling off on the windows, and the day, which will last for the rest of the month, poured in, which she can feel a minute of, before she wants to go get breakfast too. On the near side of the moon, the Earth will always be visible. Without the hands of her old body, she won't ever be able to fly or feel the view as anything but a picture ever again. Even the memories are fading. But the moon is closer. So close that there's almost no difference between it and the Earth. It's another country, a strange country, and the Earth is too. So are they somewhere else other than the moon? I thought they were on the moon.
They're on the moon. They're on... Achievement unlocked, moving the decimal place, and achievement unlocked, Eye of the Underworld.
Nice.
Yeah, they just described they're living on the near side of the moon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why it's always light, because they're living on the side that faces Earth that reflects the light of the sun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's rabbits.
I liked that ending more than I thought I was going to. Because, you know, they kind of build up the Memorial Foundation as not great. But, I mean, I guess it's not exactly a Memorial Foundation win anyway, because they didn't go back to Earth. They stayed on the moon, and they pulled the gravity closer to them so that they could sustainably do that. Moon rabbits. So they changed the gravitational constant then. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucked it up.
So, I guess, like on a technicality, it's a Memorial Foundation win, because Memorial Foundation wanted the space people to come back to Earth, and they were like, and so these three were like, yeah, we'll do that. We're just gonna because they're talking about all this stuff about how making the moon is part of Earth, and so they changed the gravitational constant so that it would be possible to live on the moon as if it were Earth. So the pilots did come back to Earth. They were just on the moon part of Earth. So because they were talking about, like, you know, in that last little bit there, it's like it's just another country, the Earth and the moon, and so it's like it is one.
And it's very respectability politics, and it's just like, hey, we're your neighbors, whilst disdain the ideology of it, the ending itself, and the slice of life snuggling together is very cute.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, because it's like that whole bit where Pluto was addressing, like, I'm pretty sure she was addressing Earth, and she was saying, like, we're different, but we are you, and we're the same, and we're different, and all of that. So, like, I don't know, maybe, is respectability politics the word for that? I don't know, because like, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking the stance that, like, people who are considered other, because I think the way that she was saying it, people who are considered other, and I know obviously this is, you know, there's a lot of queer analogies and literal queerness and all of that, so that's what they're going for. I lost my train of thought. Something needs to be said about the other being acknowledged and accepted. So there's like, I know that some people will be like, we're just the same as you, or making their difference the new normal sort of thing. And I don't know. It's a complicated topic. There's nuance there. So, like, the we're just like you screams respectable quality. Yeah, but that shouldn't be required for respect and compassion. Yeah, fair enough. That's we're just like you. Yeah, because I mean, like, on the one hand, we are all human and all humans. Well, and but I mean, this whole thing is talking about what is and isn't human and how, like, what is, like, people who are considered not to be human and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. So, I mean, I guess in a way, the whole thing is, you could view it from a lens of respectability politics. What's your stance?
On what part of this?
I don't know. Just, do you have opinion? Do you have an opinion on any of that?
I'm sure I do somewhere.
Let me try to find my opinion.
Let me organize my brain. I'm getting a little sleepy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Love and accept and respect for everybody.
I like the words that you're saying.
Yeah. Whether you want to be regarded as human, whether you want to be regarded as normal, or whether you accept yourself as other. Because I think the main thing, like, self-identity is the big thing, right? So, like, if you think that you're a normie, if you're someone who is a normie who just happens to have an LGBT label, power to ya. Just, like, people are allowed to be queer and weird. And
I want to be friends with them.
Yeah. If somebody else wants to, like, if you want to live on Earth and be a normie, you do you. But you have to let the people who want to live on the moon live on the moon. And if that makes, yeah. I understand being opposed to the forced assimilation. Yeah. Yeah, because that's the main gripe that I have with
Memorial Foundation.
Yeah.
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 Were you gonna say something a little bit more broad than that?
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Okay. Sorry.
I will say that Earth in this dynamic was to, like, crush them back into conformity entirely.
Luna Terra.
Gotcha.
Not quite going all the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. Yeah, I see the analogy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole time she was like, we need to get out of space. We need to go home. I think the moment, because before, like, I understood Luna Terra's whole, like, she was a soldier and she, has, and from that experience has sort of, like, shaped her, and, like, I understood that part. I didn't quite get why she was siding with Memorial Foundation, apart from the sort of, I'm a soldier and I'm just doing what I'm told, and then we got the info about her and Pluto, but then at this part, the moment that I really, my understanding with her really clicked was when she was talking about, like, I just want to have a home to go home, like let's just go home together. I want.
Yeah.
It seemed more like it was just to end all conflict. Yeah.
And the process, the fact that we're close, we will do that with slow progressive change. Whole thesis in one of the long text info dumps was, like, not wanting anyone to get killed. Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, so she just wants the conflict to be over. She wants that peace and quiet. She just wants to live a normal life, which is, I think, totally understandable and respectable. Like, if you come at it from that angle of, like almost like, why do I have to fight
Yeah.
to live.
Yeah. Why do I have to fight a fucking battle every time I want to pee, for example, or receive medical services for my life? I just want to be able to do normal shit.
Mm-hmm.
Continuing on the queer analogies.
Yeah. So that's I feel like that's kind of the angle that she's representing. And that's what I guess that's what the ending is kind of getting at, is the grasping at a sense of normalcy, and I see your point about conforming. Not wanting anyone to get killed, yeah.
I like this game.
Yeah, it's good.
And we're gonna get loads more Luna Terra when we return. Because Luna Terra is the final ending. The final, we have...
The final gal.
We play her. As her.
Mm-hmm. I think I like the Luna Terra voice that I found. I don't know if that's the same voice that we were doing before, but I like it, and I want to keep it. What's the ending we're missing? The
Celestial Mechanics.
Celestial Mechanics.
Except the way that we've done the fucking conversation stuff is that, like, we're super not going to get that ending. So we're going to have to maybe fuck around a little bit.
Fuck around and find out. That'll be an interesting one for Luna Terra to go for. Yeah. So I think probably what we'll do is, like, we'll do a dry run where we just go do all the like, find all the new dialogue options, like explore all the options that we did not pick, and then we'll blaze through to get the Celestial Mechanics ending with Luna Terra.
Yeah, because the way that it's looking right now, because of the way that the scores work, we're gonna end up with another Cradle's Graces ending, because for Luna Terra and Pluto, in order for Pluto to get the Memorial Foundations ending, we did all of the Memorial Foundations and conversations with Luna Terra as Pluto. But then, because in Saturn's, we were just kind of picking the ones that we liked, and without any real care for how the scoring worked or the endings or any of that. We've kind of, like, we've already looked at all of the Celestial Mechanic conversations with Luna Terra. It's the Memorial Foundations ones with her that we haven't seen. So, by those calculations, if we're doing all of the Cradle's Graces conversations with Pluto and all of the Memorial Foundations conversations with Saturn, we're gonna end up with the Cradle's Graces ending. So, we'll have to fuck around. Once we've finished all of those, we can fuck around. And
find out.
Yeah, and mess around with speeding through some of the other options that we already read just to get that ending and see how that goes.
To fuck around is human. To find out is divine.
And we'll be doing both.
Next time on Heaven Will Be Mine.
In approximately 4 months. Yeah, because,
you will be streaming before then.
I will be streaming before then. We're just not
doing...
We're just not going to start Luna Terra until after camp so that we can do them all...
So that they're not...
closest to each other and not separated by bare minimum 3 months of, summer fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're both, unavailable for work reasons in the summer. So,
it's bedtime.
Yeah, it's bedtime. I am going to finish the fucking Sonic game before the summer. I also would like to get in at least one more Disco Elysium before I have to go. Thanks for your patience with the, like, really wonky schedule and the crappy notifications of when I am and I'm not going to be streaming and all of that. Yeah, things have just been kind of wonky in general. So,
Wonk wonk.
Yeah.
Whoa, he's bisexual. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's that. And that's this. And
Love you, Corincio.
yeah, so it's bedtime.
Yeah. Signing off. Good night to all you beautiful people. What's your sign off?
I don't fucking remember.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. Have a great rest of your week, everyone.
Happy Wednesday. It's hump day.
Yep.
Well, I guess technically
We're
it's past midnight for us.
We're like
so.
way past midnight.
Is it Thursday yet?
Yes. Yeah. Have a great week, y'all. I will see you all around. Good night.
Bye.